Good morning, everybody. Oh, that was nice. That was great. I have a little bit of a lost voice from being out there on the road doing and talking about this great work. But in case it fails entirely, the great Nina Oslu-Tunjali, Executive Director of our Americans for the Arts Action Fund, is ready to get up here and do her Bob Lynch imitation. So I want to welcome everybody here in the United States Capitol on what may be one of the busiest days of the year as everybody's here for this, as we present a congressional and press briefing on the economic impact of the nonprofit arts industry. We are really pleased to present the important briefing here with the Congressional Arts Caucus as our partners and the United States Conference of Mayors. Last month, Americans for the Arts released the results of the largest economic impact study ever conducted for the nonprofit arts industry, and we released it at our annual convention of local arts agencies in San Francisco. The study is entitled The Arts and Economic Prosperity 5, and the 5 refers to the fact that this is the 5th study in a series that spans over 2 decades. 341 cities, counties, states collectively actively participated in the study, representing all 50 states and the District of Columbia, and representing communities of all sizes, from small rural to large urban and suburban as well. So it's a really great cross-section of America, and tells us some really fascinating information that you'll hear a little bit more about. So this morning, we are so pleased to have 6 arts leaders from a broad range of study regions who are participating in the briefing. They came in from a number of states across the country and are joining us on a series of meetings today to share the results with members of Congress, both here and in one-on-one meetings. And that includes Senate Appropriations Chairman Thad Cochran and House Appropriations Chairman Rodney Frelinghuysen. We'll hear details of the study's findings in just a few minutes from our Vice President of Research, but I can tell you that the nation's nonprofit organizations and their audiences spend a total of $166.3 billion annually. Amazing, bigger than anybody actually realizes. They support 4.6 million full-time equivalent jobs in America, and they generate over $27 billion back in federal, state, and local government revenue. This study provides both timely and indisputable evidence that a public investment in the arts is an investment in jobs, it's an investment in business and commerce, and it's driving the nation's tourism in cities across the country. I just came from Chicago last night talking about this and a meeting with the leaders of the Chicago arts community, and the arts are an anchor for everything that moves in that city in their cultural plan and planning in general. So evidence on the ground and evidence that you'll hear about today. We're all here today, though, because we believe that robust funding for the National Endowment for the Arts has been instrumental in this work, in these numbers, and in the growth of the nonprofit arts industry, and it is equally essential for future growth. As a result, we're asking Congress to increase the National Endowment for the Arts fiscal year 2018 appropriations funding to $155 million, which is only a $5 million increase from the current level. We certainly very much appreciate the first round of funding, the allocation number of $145 million that the House Interior Appropriations Subcommittee passed just earlier this month. That was a very, very important step. And we applaud the bipartisan actions, and bipartisan being the key word there, to soundly reject the President's budget request to eliminate the National Endowment for the Arts, as well as other cultural agencies. But we hope that this allocation can be increased to $155 million, which is the level that has already been endorsed by both the Congressional Arts Caucus and the United States Conference of Mayors. So we have friends, not just us in the arts community, that want that number for the reasons we'll be talking about today, and just because it's important for America, the arts.